Hi ladies and gentlemen, Relocation here again. In this video, I'm going to discuss what realistically and practically can be achieved, magically speaking. Okay, we live in an age or a time period in which people love being told what they need because they themselves, most of them are lost. They have no idea what they want or what they need in life. So I'm here, in this video I'm simply going to go through basic things that are accomplishable or achievable via magical means. Okay, because a lot of people are confused. Sometimes they think that, especially people that aren't knowledgeable on the occult whatsoever, okay, they think sometimes that something is far-fetched or something's unrealistic, and I can't blame them because it does come off that way sometimes. It all depends on the source of said statement or material, okay. But in this video, I'm simply going to discuss with you guys what one can hope to accomplish, magically speaking, in a realistic way. So something that is realistically doable within one's lifetime, okay? And specifically also at the same time or simultaneously, these services that I offer. You know, what can I as a magician do for you if you're a customer? Things that are practical, things that you need in life in order to get ahead, okay? And I'm going to start off with the most simplest and the most obvious, which is money, okay? As a magician, I can see to it that you make a lot more money, okay? I can see to it that you do a lot more things, okay? As in, it doesn't matter where money can come from, or I can improve your working circumstances overall. You name it, anything is up for grabs, but bottom line is that I can see to it that money comes into your life regardless of where it comes from, okay, in a realistic way. I myself personally, okay, have done this for myself, otherwise it doesn't mean anything. I am actively doing so for myself, okay, and up to a year ago or a year and a half ago, I literally only made $200 American a month. And last month I broke my own record and I made $8,000 a month. That displays in short my skill as a magician and as an occultist. That's another example. That's example number one. So money doesn't matter. I can see too that you make a lot more money, and money is up for grabs, more or less, regardless of where you're from, regardless of what you can do, and you name it. Another example that is practical is mental and physical health and strength, okay? I can see to it that you become mentally healthy if you have some mental disorder or psychological disorder. And yes, it is realistically possible to cure someone that has a mental illness, okay? It will obviously be harder, okay? Obviously, but it is realistically doable. So if you have someone who is literally insane, as in clinically insane, who is in a mental asylum and who has, for example, schizophrenia or something like that, yes, that can be alleviated and that can be released altogether, okay? That person can become a normal, healthy person. Physical ailments, physical diseases can be dealt with too, okay? I can also see to it that someone becomes physically healthy if he or she is suffering from an illness. Doesn't matter how severe the illness is, chronic illness, you name it. And yes, I dare even say it, AIDS, for example, an incurable disease or a disease that is on paper incurable, can also be done, but it will obviously be significantly harder to do so than, let's say, cancer or some other serious affliction, you know, that science can help you with. Let's see, what other example can I give? A simple example that I can give too for myself is that I used to become seriously sick to the point where I was bedridden for at least a week maybe or something. I either had a mild to severe case of the flu or a fever or something similar to that, okay? Once a year, okay? I had that for my entire life, and with the spirits that I've worked with, specifically my patron and so on, since I've been working with them for a while, and including adding one of my tattoos too, it automatically prevents me, or it greatly alleviates and combats sickness and disease for me. And what will you know, I haven't been sick in years or in ages. Honestly, I literally cannot remember the last time I was sick. I mean, even if I want to become sick, that's all that it becomes, okay? Or that's the furthest that it will get. It will be an alleviation Okay, it will be something, it will be oncoming, but that's all. For example, hey, I feel a slight case of the flu oncoming, maybe sneezing once or twice, but that's it. Okay, that feeling of an oncoming disease, a minor mundane common cold, will disappear in a day or two or 3 at the most. If you have, for example, a desire to become a parent, and I don't know, if you're a woman, for example, and you want children, but you can't have children because you're barren, that can be dealt with, or the other way around. Okay, if you have some kind of pregnancy and you want that pregnancy terminated without having to get an abortion, then yes, that can also be done magically. Addictions can also be relieved. If you have a smoking addiction, you would like to quit smoking, okay, and altogether, but it's too hard to actually go through the process of rehabilitation. If going through the process of rehab is too difficult for you, then yes, it can be. Then yes, I can help with that. These are all practical examples of what can be done. Anything is up for grabs. There are many other examples that I can give. Okay, basically every situation or issue that you have in life can be resolved. If you would like to move to another location, then yes, that can be helped too. I myself have done so, okay, and I am not yet in the location that I want to be. I'm still in my current location, which I despise oh so much, but that's not the point. The point is that I have worked with a spirit, which I've already discussed which I already have discussed on my website and on my channel. And before that spirit, I literally could not even look at an immigration website without getting a headache, because that's how complex some immigration websites can be. I had no idea what to do, where I should start. I literally had no idea. I was completely flabbergasted, and he guided me through the entire process, okay? A lengthy process which took up to a year. But bottom line is that after that year, I was completely self-sufficient. I know exactly what I needed to do immigration-wise. I know exactly what the rules are. I knew exactly what requirements I was supposed to meet. I knew everything in regards to the location that I wanted to move to. Okay, so that's another example. Another popular topic, one of the most popular topics, is love and sex related. If you're looking for love or sex, you know, if you have some romantic issue, whether it's getting an ex of yours back, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, or you have some existing dispute between a lover, all of these issues can be tackled, and that also includes sex. Okay, if you're looking for sex, or if you're looking for anything relating to sex, okay, if you're simply looking to, bluntly put it, get laid, or if you're just looking for something superficial, then yeah, all of these things can be dealt with too. If you're looking to build a business or a successful career as an entrepreneur, I can help you expand and grow your business. All of these things can be done, okay, and not only can they be done, they can be tackled from several angles, okay. These problems can be solved in more cases than not from several points, okay. So there are multiple options for dealing with all of these issues and achieving all of these goals. Let's see, what other examples can I give? Communicating with the dead too, okay. If you have a deceased or a loved one, then yes, I can deal, or I can communicate realistically with that deceased or loved one and pass on messages, or if you would like that deceased person to contact you, that can be done. If you would like to become invisible too, this is also a controversial topic. Yes, that can be done, but you're not going to become invisible to the point where you're literally going to be transparent physically, where your physical body will be transparent. No, that is possible, okay, but the sheer severity of the work that will have to be put in is not realistic for any occult customer, okay. I mean, the only way that I take on such a job is if a customer agrees with my terms, and that is that it could take at the very least a year, and it will cost an insane amount of money. But yes, even doing that, becoming invisible, literally invisible, yes, it is doable realistically. Another more realistic and easier version of becoming invisible, okay, as in becoming more unnoticed. If you're someone that, for example, draws too much attention to yourself and you don't want that attention on you, okay, you don't want people to give you that much attention, and you want to keep yourself in the background, for example, yes, that's also doable, and that is realistically doable as an occult customer of mine, okay. You'll become a lot less noticeable in a couple of months if you're a customer of mine and so on, and if we work together, then I can see to it that you become a lot less noticeable in a couple of months time, okay, 2 to 3 months, okay, even sooner, but it all depends. And again, it just keeps going on, okay. I have an entire list in the article that is in this that is in the description of this video. I advise you to read it and go through it. But these are simply some examples that I can give of just some of many examples that I can give on topics that can be covered, okay. But long story short is that yes, all these things can be dealt with. I can just keep going on and on and on, okay. If you're a scientist or an inventor and you would like to invent something groundbreaking, that can be done, but obviously it's going to take a while, okay. Depends on how big you want your invention to be. If you want to become the next Nikola Tesla, then like I just said, like invisibility, it's going to take at least a year or a couple of years until you realistically get there. It just keeps going on and on and on, okay. But all of these things, treasure finding, all of these things are realistically possible, but they require a ridiculous amount of occult work in order to be accomplished or be achieved. But just for general goals that are not easily accessible to any normal person or any mainstream person, okay, quote unquote normal, any mainstream person, then nah. All of these things are doable, okay. If you have a problem that you, for example, you want to enroll in a school, or you want to master a subject of an education-like nature or an educative nature, then yes, that can be realistically done too. If you have a character trait that you would like to acquire, that can be done. Investing in the stock market can be done. All of these things, okay, almost everything in existence or everything in life can be tackled, okay. Let's see, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm drawing a blank right now in my mind. So many examples that I can give, but yeah, I've dealt with pretty much all of them, okay. So yeah, all of these things are realistically doable, so that's no problem. But that's pretty much what I offer in terms of services, okay. Agriculture, you name it, all of these things are realistically doable. I'm thinking right now, but again, I'm drawing a blank. There's nothing else that comes up in me. These are all the things that I offer and that I can realistically offer any person, okay, more or less any person. If I can't offer you that, I'll tell you straight away, right from the get-go, hey, that's not doable realistically, or in your specific situation, I can't help you. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of my magical services and what I offer, updated of course. You can consult the article for the rest, and you can also consult my web shops, okay, that you can find on my website, as well as in the article in the description below. Today is what, September the 15th. Today is September the 15th, 2018, but in any case, I'm not sure of the exact date, but we're in September 2018, and as of this date, my prices are as follows, okay, or as follow. If you want an astrological chart, I also offer astrological readings and services. Any kind of reading or any kind of service astrologically, or any reading, okay, for divinatory purposes, will cost you $100. I'm sorry, I had to burp. If you want extensive information on a situation, we're talking about really expansive information, you have more than a couple of questions that you want answered, and you want me to literally just give you the lay of the land, you want me to literally explain everything to you, the entire process and so on with divinatory readings, that's going to cost you $450. For a one-time summoning, that means that I'm going to summon a spirit for you one time towards a goal. That's like a short burst of energy. You can compare it to firing off a gun, a semi-automatic rifle, you name it, or a 9mm gun. That's bluntly put what a one-time summoning is like. A one-time summoning is also good, so don't think that it's no good. It is good, okay, but that's that will cost you $600. That's the semi-heaviest option that I have. And the heaviest option, last but not least, which is that I will be erecting an altar to a spirit, and I will be working on your goal. I'll be making offerings and hosting rituals towards a spirit in order for you to accomplish your goal, which is a near continuous to continuous stream of energy going towards you and your goal or your target. That is the heaviest of workings, okay? Like I just said, it will literally be it will literally be as follows. I will be erecting an altar if I have no altar already, with all the things that need to be on said altar in order to perform that working successfully. And I will be making offerings and hosting rituals for that spirit on a regular basis. By default, I do it once a week, okay, to that spirit that I have assigned. I'm sorry, just ignore my notification tone. I'll be assigning that. I'll be assigning to which spirit I will be assigning your task. I'm sorry, my notification is almost making me lose my train of thought. Okay, I will simply be hosting rituals on a regular basis to a spirit with an altar and everything. That is the heaviest of workings. Okay, on a regular basis, once a week, like I said, by default, which causes, like I said, also a near continuous or continuous stream of energy towards said goal, whatever your goal may be. That is the most effective magical working possible or available. And that will cost you $1,200, okay? All of my prices are in American dollars. So shortly summarized, cheapest thing is $100, after that $450, after that $600, and last but not least $1,200. If you want a custom quote or you want an inquiry, then we're talking about a custom price, then you can simply message me via whatever medium. There are more than enough contact options on my website. There are more than enough contact options on my website. Let's see, yeah. I have Messenger, Facebook Messenger, I have email, I have WhatsApp, I have Skype. All of these things are ways in which you can contact me. You can contact me via my web shop too, called Fiverr, where all my prices are already listed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Regarding payment options, PayPal, we can come to a PayPal arrangement by default, or you can pay via PayPal by default. But if there is anything else, I strongly suggest you message me first before you do anything, before you order. Message me first, then you can order. And I'm open to any other method of payment, okay, by default, as long as it is realistically. As long as it's reasonable and realistically doable for me, for the both of us, as long as we both agree to it, of course. But again, by default, I just accept payments via PayPal or credit cards, you name it. But I am open to any other way of method of payment, you name it. Just pitch the idea to me and I'll tell you what I think of it. And let's see, did I forget anything else? No, nothing else really. For people that are going to be ordering, okay, I'll just give you a short example or a short walkthrough. If you're a customer, for example, and you want to order something for example, you want to make more money, okay, you are in a financial slump and you want to make more money. Doesn't matter how you want that money to come your way, you just want to make more money as quickly as possible. Then I'm simply going to tell you, okay, what I think is best. For example, okay, I can work with this spirit for you, and this spirit will see to it that you make a lot more money, as quickly as possible, and I will send you a custom YouTube video in which I discuss everything. Okay, in that YouTube video I will simply explain the astrological chart and tarot card reading as a backup that I did on this matter. For example, this spirit, is this spirit suited? For example, Belial, the spirit Belial, you know, what will be the result of me asking Belial to help you out and to make as much money as possible? And then I'll explain to you what the divinatory readings say as a kind of confirmation, or not as a kind, as confirmation. That custom YouTube video with the astrological and tarot card reading serves as proof, okay, legitimate proof of the outcome of set working, what you can expect under my conditions, of course, as listed on my website and web shop. Okay. And that is pretty much it. Okay, that's what it's going to look like if you order something at my if you order something from me, assuming that you order the heaviest of workings, then yes, that's what it's going to look like. I am, generally speaking, reluctant towards payment plans, but I still offer them nevertheless, because at the same time I also understand that for example, $1,200 is a lot to pay for the average person. A lot of people cannot pay the full amount in one hit. Okay, I insist that people still pay the full amount, but if you can't pay the full amount, I'm willing to offer you a payment plan as a customer. For example, $300 a month for 4 months, or $400 a month for 3 months. Okay, but the absolute minimum would be $300 a month for 4 months is doable. And I would also send you all the other data. For example, the article that I wrote on Set Spirit, an image of his or her altar, or a short video of his or her altar, of that spirit's altar, and that's pretty much it. And any other data that you might need or request as a customer. Just see, you can also see my YouTube channel, specifically in the section of playlists on Occult Web Shop, the playlist called Occult Web Shops, and there you can see also what kind of rules I apply in terms of working with me and all of that. But that's the gist of it. Okay, that is shortly summarized what one can accomplish and hope to achieve via magical means, okay, or via occult means, and under which conditions I work, and what it looks like ordering from me as an occult customer. And if you want to know anything else, then again, just consult my website and my web shop if you want to know under which conditions I work. I don't have too many conditions under which I work. In the question of do I offer refunds, or do I guarantee my results in my work, the answer is yes, semicolon. If nothing at all happens ritual wise, right, and my own divinatory readings confirm that nothing happened, okay, and it's not your fault as a customer, or that I just that the spirits that I asked to do the work just didn't do the work, yes, then the work hasn't been done, and then you are eligible for a refund from me, and you can apply at me for a refund. Okay, you can apply my way for a refund, or you can ask me straight out for a refund. You have the right to do so. Then that is pretty much the only condition under which I work. Okay, the rest is all the other things have already been noted. Okay, if you're not a customer, you can ask me a couple of questions, but it's obvious that you're not going to ask me 21 questions, literally and figuratively speaking, when you haven't even ordered anything yet. I don't mind helping you out by answering 1 or 2 questions for you, but definitely not going to be your personal search engine or your personal Google when you haven't even ordered anything, or when you're not a customer, or you're just a would-be customer. So that is pretty much it in general.